Mama Zeus, what's the difference between knowledge and wisdom?
I can tell you answer that if you don't mind.
Well, I didn't ask you, Mac.
I know. That's why I
But
didn't answer
you
immediately.
can jump. You can jump in afterwards.
Fair
I
enough.
would say that knowledge is the knowing, but the wisdom is the, I don't know, absorbing it and coming to a revelation and connecting with divine.
All right. Well, give it to
Life
me.
experiences.
Give it to me in Greek then. Let's go back to the Greek language.
Yeah.
So, what is Sophia? Because we talk about sophistry, sophistication.
Wisdom.
Sophia is the world, right? Is it the
Wisdom.
world?
The power of the breath is the power of the breath of the power of God.
Okay. Wow.
She is
She.
wisdom. She. It's
She.
she. Sophia is feminine. In
Yes.
Hebrew, Chokmah. You want me to read
This
it?
would be hikmah in Arabic, Hakim, the wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like me
Suleiman
to,
al-Hakim,
would you like me to read it
for
to you?
example. Let's go for it, yeah.
I'm just going to go and get my apocrypha.
Amazing.
She's going to collect the Apocrypha.
Yep.
This would be the hidden verses or the hidden chapters of the Bible. Apocrypha. I believe so, yeah. If something is apocryphal, is it doubtable? These are the books they weren't sure whether they should be included in the Bible or not. Am I correct, Mama Zeus?
It means that which is grimeno. Grifo is hidden.
Hidden. Okay.
Apocrypha.
Okay, yeah.
Gryphia is hidden. Apocrypha, I don't really know. Where's my glass?
Okay, Cryptia, as in the crypt is underneath the church. Crypto meaning hidden. Some people were crypto followers of religion. They kept their own faith while pretending.
So crypto's hidden money. So cryptocurrency, they say.
Cryptocurrency, hidden,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hidden
Yeah.
currency.
Okay. He says,
Here we go.
it's from Sophia Solomon, the Wisdom of Solomon, yeah?
Mm.
It says, for wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me, for in her is an understanding spirit, holy, one only, manifold, subtle, lively, clear, undefined, plain, not subject to hurt, loving the thing that is good, quick which cannot be letted, ready to do good, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure and most subtle spirits. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passes and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of God and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. For she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of God, and the image of his goodness. And being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new. And in all ages enter into holy souls, she makes them friends of God and prophets. For God loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. For she is more beautiful than the sun, and above the order of stars. Being compared with the light, she is found before it. For after this cometh night, but vice shall not prevail against wisdom. Wisdom reaches from one end to another, not mightily, and sweetly does she order all things.
Wow, very good. And the Hebrew word was Hakim, did you say? Hakim. Chochmah. Chochmah. And the Greek equivalent for Sophia. Okay.
I thought
Philosophy.
that's Latin. It means wisdom, right?
Love of wisdom.
So love of wisdom is philosophy.
Philosophia.
Yeah.
Philosophia, okay. And Hakim is the equivalent. Hakim in Arabic. A Hakim in Arabic, I think, is the word for judge. So someone would judge with wisdom. You would hope.
Yeah. They used to call a doctor a Hakim. Like,
there you go, doctor.
Was a Hakim. He was a healer.
And hikmah can be ruling, I believe, hukum. So all these words are coming from the same root. And that's
Yeah.
from the Apocrypha.
Sorry.
Yeah. Can I read the little bit that came before that? It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
You're Julian.
Go for it. Go
It
for
says,
it.
God hath granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is that it is he that leadeth unto wisdom and directeth the wise. For in his hand are we both, for in his hand are both we and our words, all wisdom also and knowledge of workmanship. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements, the beginning, ending, and midst of times, the alterations of the turning of the sun, and change of seasons, the circuits of years and positions of stars, the nature of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds and the reasonings of men, the diversities of plants and the virtues of roots, and all such things as are either secret or manifest, them I know.
Now, how do we compare this wisdom, the hikmah, or the sophistry, the sophia, with knowledge? And gnosis, I'm guessing, would be, is that the Greek word for knowledge? Gnosis?
Gnosis.
Gnosis, okay.
Gnosis.
Now, and then from that, of course, we get the Gnostic Gospels, Gnosticism, and agnosticism. Someone who is an agnostic is acknowledging that they do not have knowledge. Would you say gnosis is the other side of the coin with wisdom? You've got knowledge and you've got wisdom.
I'm just going to speak from my heart, not from a book. I'm just going to speak from my heart. If I look at this, just this pattern on the fabric, you might just see pretty colours. Somebody else might see something else. I might look at this and enter
sacred geometry. Yeah.
Other things, yes. Sacred geometry. So knowledge is knowing that this is fabric and knowing that fibres have been spun and put it together. Yeah. Gnosis is like a aha moment when you connect that with the fabric, from its fabrication in the factory to its gathering of the fibers to make it, be they synthetic, I would say let's pretend it's natural fibers. So for me, gnosis would be me suddenly sitting there and just knowing that it came from a little plant that grew, that was harvested, that was spun. Like the linen comes from a plant, doesn't it? It's spun. The fibre linen is spun from a plant, is it not? Cotton is spun from a plant.
That's right.
How do people know to do that?
They have the knowledge. I think my brother told me knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit, but wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad.
I've heard that, yeah.
You need the wisdom as well as the knowledge. I think this era we're living in, we've got all the facts at a touch of a button, but what do we do with them? We don't really know what to do with them. I think we've got all the knowledge and we're lacking in the wisdom.
And how to process that knowledge and make it useful in a positive, constructive way. And there's some knowledge that shouldn't be shared. There's some knowledge that's not for everybody. And I don't mean that as an elitist. I mean that as if you are not ready, and you haven't been through those gates of initiation, and you haven't been a neophyte and gone to the next level, how are you going to process that without losing your fucking mind?